What is up, everybody? This is General Speer here. Welcome back to another episode here on the channel of Minecraft General's Mind. Hope people are enjoying the series and whatnot. I hope you all have a good afternoon, good morning, good evening. I wanted to let people know that for anybody who's had questions about this, the music that I'm using for my videos and whatnot come from Epidemic Sound. Link is in the description below, and pretty nice little setup there. In case you're a creator, you want some royalty-free music, definitely check it out. Also, too, I have a couple links in the description down below as well that will help support me further on the channel. I have some tiers, some $1 and $5 options over on my Patreon if you want to help support the channel and gain access to some exclusive content that will be awesome, as well as I'm going to be doing some video vlogs at some point. I don't know when that's going to be, but that will be exclusive to that. So if you want to do any kind of questionnaire kind of things, definitely tune into that. Also, too, my Teespring is active again, so if you want to purchase some nice merch made by yours truly, or done by yours truly, that will definitely go a long way to supporting the channel. So definitely check out the links in the description below, as well as the blurbs on the sides of the screen. Hopefully I get that active. Anyways, today what we're going to do is another awesome build, and we're going to build it behind the house over here. I got a little bit of terraforming to do for this one, but it is necessary. We're going to be making a tree farm. Because as you notice, I mean, I have a bunch of trees around here that I can definitely chop down, no problem. But I do want some sort of a sustainable amount of, you know, trees and whatever else. Because I'm gonna need to get a ton of like stone and whatnot for different projects and everything. And it's just gonna be necessary to do, you know, all of that. And I don't want to have to go back and forth and get some coal and whatnot. And, you know, I just want to be a little bit further set up. So I'm gonna go ahead and start by terraforming the area just a little bit. And we're gonna go ahead and just kind of begin to build some sort of a tree farm. It's not gonna be huge, but it is going to be, you know, to be there to be somewhat sustainable. And we're going to go ahead and fill in this lake a little bit too, because I do want it to be somewhat sizable. I do want to have, you know, some oak. Okay, it's going to be primarily oak trees that I'm going to be concerned with. Down the line, we might do a bigger tree farm, but I'm not too concerned with the variety of trees as so much as just making sure that we have enough for charcoal and whatnot. So that is going to be what we do today. And I might be cutting and editing a few parts out, but I did want to start by saying that it's going to be just a very basic structure. We're going to need to get some glass as well for the roof, because I do want it to be roofed. We're going to need quite a bit of sand in order to do that. Now, I do have some areas in the surrounding, you know, kind of business area to be able to make sand, or not make sand, but also do sand for glass. So that's pretty nice. So we'll definitely get into that. But it's just going to be a basic structure, like I said before. Alright, we're just about set there. But yeah, I got a pretty sick t-shirt up on there. I have, let me tab out to my list real quick and see. At the same time, I'm also going to terraform off camera so you all are not watching this, and I'll be right back with ya. Alright, everybody, we are just about set to get started. I kind of improved the area a little bit, needed to get some more furnaces, made a little too many, but you know, it's okay. We have enough, basically. So I'm gonna put a little graphic up while I get the rest of things going. This is my May the Force Be Ever in Your Favor shirt. in multiple colors and multiple sizes. Definitely go check it out. Going for $22.99, not including shipping. I don't think. But yeah, go ahead and check it out. It's one of the t-shirts I got going. I got the Tree of Color shirt and whatnot. Or not whatnot. I got the Tree Color shirt going on as well. Ooh, spider outside. I want to get me some of that. 2 spiders. Okay. Ouch. All right, I gotta be getting you some food as well. Gotta go back inside to get food. Actually, do I have enough wheat to be able to harvest right now? Is that harvestable wheat? That is harvestable wheat. Nice. I'll take some of that. And potatoes. We got some potatoes, boys. All right. So let's go ahead and get some more wheat going, as well as some potatoes, or more of at least. So yeah, I got the May the Force Be Ever in Your Favor shirt. I got the Tree of Color shirt. I have the Tree of Color mug. Definitely check that out. And then I also have some of the paintings that are prints and whatnot available for sale. I got a poster size 18 by 24 print of the Big Blue going for $25. And then the Big Blue canvas print, which is going for $15. I can't remember what the size is of that particular one, but definitely go check it out. It'll get you some nice merch and all that. All right, got me some bread. Got to get my health up. Hopefully that spider's still there. I don't want to tangle with the skeleton, but I might. I do need to get me a bow, though. That's for sure. Ouch! Where's that spider? A spider! I actually don't see it. I don't hear it either. Alright, I guess it's gone. Alright, well, let's get started now. I got a bunch of birch. I got some cobblestone to kind of get things started. It's going to be a fairly simple design, but just enough to get things started. It's going to be 9 blocks high. I think we'll begin by going, say, here. Let's see, 1. Okay, we'll have the door there. It'll just be a 1 door. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, I'm able to squeeze just a little bit on through. In fact, I'll set it back a little bit further. Keep in mind, this area over here is subject to change. And for all intents and purposes, this is still a starter house. This is not even what my main humble abode is going to be. You all will see that eventually. It's actually going to be quite interesting. I'm not saying what it is right now, but I will say it kind of goes with the look of the character here. And it's not a Jedi. Some of you may already have an inkling as to what it might be. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Perfect. All right. Some of you already might have an inkling as to what it might be. B? As my voice cracks. But I can tell you that it's not going to be a Jedi temple. Contrary to popular belief. But it is going to be a massive build. But definitely not as massive as the Jedi Temple. I will say that. It's not going to be as big. It may feel like it, but it's not going to be as big. It's definitely going to have a lot of different components to make it feel big, though. It's going to require a lot of snow. That should be another indication, is that, for whatever reason, I don't know why, it's not the most durable of structures, but I definitely like building with snow for whatever reason. Let's see, these are the type of trees I'm going to build, so it's a 3, 4, 5, so 5... Can I go 1, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? That'll work. How many do I put here? 3. 3. This is definitely not going to be the most symmetrical place. You know what? It'll work. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, boop. 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In between. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Boop. Oh, it's like I planned it. Totally didn't plan it, but it'll work. It's not a lot of trees. To be honest, this is not the most planned out design. But it will work. I thought I heard a skeleton shooting at me, but oh well. Missed opportunity for him there. Too bad you're dead. Too bad you're dead. Instead of bring out your dead. Okay. I know I'm not that old of a person. I'm gonna just... Okay, we back? We back. Okay, I'm gonna just talk to you all for a moment. This made me really feel old. I did a Monty Python reference recently at my place of work. And it happened at a happenstance with a customer. And, yeah, I thought it was pretty good. It was pretty well golden timed and everything. It was really good. And they didn't know who Monty Python was. And I'm like, how could you not know? Like, I know Monty Python goes back a ways, but even still, like, I was flabbergasted that they didn't, like, have any inkling, and they were from the US. Supposedly they were familiar with British culture and everything. It's like, how could they not know? I questioned that person quite a bit. Honestly speaking, I was amazed. It's almost like how amazed I was with somebody who didn't know what Star Wars was. I don't care if you haven't seen the film, okay, or films. I really don't, because there are people out there who haven't seen the films. Just like, you know, there are people out there who haven't seen, you know, Star Trek, you know, any of Star Trek. Doesn't even matter if it's the movies or the TV shows. Some Trekkies will say, oh, no, it does matter, which, you know, I do agree, it kind of does. But at the same time, I look at that and I go, okay, there's a difference between not seeing it and not knowing it. Like, you know what I mean? There's a big difference. I actually had this happen not too long ago, where I was wearing my my ARC Trooper Havoc armor, of all things. Now, you know clone troopers, right? A lot of people know clone troopers. I need some more cobblestone. A lot of people know clone troopers. Actually, you know what? No, I'm not going to do cobblestone. I'm going to do just birch planks. So I'm on the 3rd layer. A lot of people know clone troopers. They're predominantly white with black undersuits, kind of like stormtroopers, but, you know, different shape and everything. Slightly different in terms of the mechanics of the armor. I'm not kidding. I had a guy come up to me and goes, "What's with the Darth Vader outfit?" It was a great amount of restraint to educate the guy. I really wanted to. Okay, here's the thing. I could totally see somebody mistaking my armor for, say, a stormtrooper. It happens all the time. More people are going to be familiar with stormtroopers than they are with clone troopers, especially the older generations. Ah, crap, I got zombies. Zombie! Thank you for the flesh and the experience. So I could definitely see stormtroopers. That to me makes sense because, you know, stormtroopers and clone troopers, there's in hindsight, from just a pure visual aspect, there isn't really too much of a difference at first glance. There are some details, of course, that are different. There's slightly different shapes of armor. But in hindsight, in terms of visual overlay upon first glance, there isn't really that much of a difference. Okay? Darth Vader, on the other hand, if you're confusing a clone trooper, or even, heck, a stormtrooper that's not even like a shadow trooper or whatever, if you're doing that, I seriously have to question, like, what do you have for glasses? Like, are you that inept or non-versed enough to not know the difference between a guy who is covered in black from head to toe with a few silver outlines, but mostly all black, to a person who is noticeably wearing a lot of white armor? I questioned it because, you know, here, Darth Vader is, I'm not even speaking necessarily as a Star Wars enthusiast. I mean, I am, but for this instance, I'm actually not. When you look at cinema history, Darth Vader is arguably one of the most iconic villains, just because of how much he's quoted in pop culture, just because of how much of a villain presence he has on his screen. He has an iconic look at the same time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th layer. He has an iconic look at the same time. And you're gonna tell me, like, okay, I could totally see it being if I did a Death Trooper costume, which I totally thinking about doing, by the way. If I did a Death Trooper costume, I could kind of see if somebody didn't know, upon first glance, maybe comparing me to Darth Vader upon, you know, initially. But even still, I'm like, there's a big difference here, guys. First off, he's wearing a cape. Secondly, very different helmet design. And thirdly, when have you known Vader to carry a blaster? That's what I want to know. So, that's just my personal gripe with people. I mean, or you know, with, you know, kind of the non-knowledge, or the fact that you're not even going to try to attempt to say, oh, what character are you trying to be? I don't mind if I get that question, honestly. I'm free to, I'm happy to say so. I'm a clone trooper. I'm, you know, following it from the TV series, but, you know, similarly to the films as well. You know, that's definitely acceptable. Don't just assume, okay? Because clearly this guy had no clue at all. Darth Vader. comparing me to him. I mean, at least he got Star Wars right, okay? At least he got that right. I had somebody else come up to me and go, like, I can't even remember what the film was. I think he compared it to some sort of, like, I don't even know what it was. It was either a film or a video game, and it wasn't even in the Star Wars franchise. And I'm like, no, I'm not quite that person. I even knew what franchise he was talking about, which was sad. I can't remember what it is now, because this was several years ago. But when I don my ARC Trooper Havoc costume, and I've done it a few times, the other thing that I have come across is people comparing me to, and actually what is much more common, especially for people who have seen the Clone Wars TV show, is, are you ARC Trooper 5s? Are you ARC Trooper Echo? You know, I get that a heck of a lot more than I do, you know, like Darth Vader or Stormtrooper. Darth Vader only, by the way, happened once, and I about wanted to throw the guy. I wasn't going to, because one, I was afraid I'd damage the armor, and two, I was afraid I'd hurt myself and him. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're on the 7th layer. I need a little bit more birch, unless I want to top it off with stone, which I might. 2 layers of stone. That could work. I think I have enough for that too. Let's see, I got some stone in there. You know, totally acceptable that I get confused with ARC Trooper 5s and ARC Trooper Echo. Completely acceptable because, you know, the characters are so similar in design that, you know, I'm like, you know what, at least you're in the ballpark. Stormtroopers, I kind of expect that with the older generation, or just people who haven't seen the Clone Wars. I get it, because there are people that haven't seen the Clone Wars. Mainly like my sister-in-law, for example, who she's not seen the Clone Wars. I keep telling her that she should, but she, you know, it's not her thing, which is understandable. She's more of a Trekkie anyways. But it's one of those things where, like, I mean, yeah, you all know what I mean. I've been ranting on this for about 10 minutes now. You all know what I mean. Stormtroopers, like I said, I can understand. But Darth Vader, like, come on now. How out of the loop do you need to be in order to compare me, who is obviously not that figure? Like, what do I need to do? Do I need to, like, have a sign that says I am not Darth Vader? Do I... Ah! Sorry. I failed it. That might have been loud in people's ears. I'm sorry. Do I need to have a sign that says I'm not Darth Vader? Now, I will say, I am, and this is gonna be another reason why you all should follow me on Patreon, because I'm not gonna be doing it on any of my YouTube channels. I am going to be doing a kind of a long-term walkthrough series, and I'm announcing it today. I'm going to be doing a long-term walkthrough series that is going to take place over the long-term future, over the next, you know, year or so. And it's going to be a walkthrough series of me building a Darth Vader suit. Now, like I said, it's going to be Patreon exclusive, so you cannot access the entire thing without following me on Patreon. I will have highlight videos here on the channel, or more specifically on, well, I might have them on here, but I will definitely have them on my General Speer Creates channel. I will not have the entire thing on these channels. The entire thing will be on my Patreon. So if I get questions about it, that is where you need to go. And you can do so for just $1 a month. Gain all that access. Additionally, I will have other projects that are going to be super, super cool, in which you'll only be able to follow me on Patreon to getting the entire access to. So I'm gonna be doing a lot more exclusive content and whatnot, which is pretty exciting. And you all should definitely be excited for. All right, so I got the main structure pretty much set at this point. I know that took a bit. So what I'm going to do now, ouch, as I take more fall damage, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take the cobblestone that I have, and I did it, before nighttime. That's pretty good, actually. What I do and take the remaining cobblestone here that I have, and I'm going to go ahead and make some pits. And place some dirt in the middle for our trees. And I don't think I'm going to have enough cobblestone to do this. I might have to use a generator. Hark, I have to use the generator for cobblestone. Horrors be. I will place some torches in here just to make sure that nothing spawns. Oh, look, I made a makeshift spawning generator. It's exactly what I did. Sometimes things just work out like that. Alright, a little bit of light in here. Make sure that not a whole lot of things spawn. Speaking of films, though, what's been really, really cool, so I've now seen, at this point, all the Marvel films. I'm a Marvel guy. I know, I'm not DC. Sorry. Probably gonna get flack for that. I've seen all the Marvel films at this point, and I'm super excited for the rumor that is going around that Marvel is going to be releasing a full Infinity collection or DVD collection with all 22 films from the Captain America First Avenger all the way through Endgame. And I say Captain America First Avenger because I'm saying it in chronological order as the events of the MCU happening. So not with Tony Stark as being the first, or as Iron Man being the first one, but with Captain America being the first one. I want that freaking box set, I will tell you. I want it to be a thing, and I don't care how much it costs. I will get it. But what's been really cool is that my mom and my sister, my dad, but my mom specifically, has never seen the Marvel films. And over the last few years, with my love of cosplay, with my love of doing various cosplays with, Star Wars, and more recently now into Marvel stuff, she's been a fan. She's really enjoyed watching me go through that process. I've been showing her, build videos. I've been introducing her to, videos on Tested over the last few years, which is a channel that I follow quite profusely. And just recently, she has begun the process, watching them in chronological order, in terms of the MCU order, not the order in which they came out, of the Marvel films. She recently just finished watching the Captain America First Avenger, Captain Marvel, and has finished also the first Iron Man film, which is really, really cool. And she actually genuinely likes the films. She thinks they are awesome. And for me to, because I grew up more with the comics and whatnot. I not many of them, but I did grow up with some of them. And so I had an inkling an idea of what Marvel was and what Marvel was about. My mom didn't have that. My mom didn't grow up with the comics or anything like that. So she is all coming to this basically for the first time. Whoa, 2 creepers. That nearly was a bad idea. Don't blow against my cobblestone generator. Oh, this is bad. No! Ah, fricker. I guess this is what I have dirt for, huh? So she's coming to all of this for the first time, and it's really cool to see her genuinely like it. It's really, really cool to see that happening. It's refreshing for me to see, to know that she loves what I've been loving. I am slowly introducing her not only to Marvel, but also all of the Star Wars films, all of the Lord of the Rings and the Hobbit films. I'm also having her read the books for, Lord of the Rings and the Hobbit. It's taken her quite a while, so it's okay. But it's just been an awesome experience of she likes the stuff. She genuinely likes the stuff, and I couldn't be happier that she likes it. I really, really couldn't. So I know this has been me more building kind of in the background and talking about stuff, about various geekdom and whatnot, but that's part of what goes on my mind. I did title the series General's Mind, and you were bound to get some of this at least. So that's a thing. But so far, I'm pretty pleased with how things are going here. I definitely need a heck of a lot more sand, that's for sure. I wanted that cobblestone. I'll figure out the tree. I'll figure out the tree plots here in a moment. But I do want to start getting the glass. Excuse me. I do want to start getting the glass down. Excuse me. As I hiccup into the mic. I do want to start getting the glass down. This is gonna be expensive. Let's see here. There's gonna be a lot of light in here, that's for sure. The trees will grow. And this is actually a pretty sufficient amount to kind of like get started and whatnot, for charcoal and whatnot. And when we eventually move and begin the massive project of what I hope will begin in a few episodes, I actually, you know what? I might begin next episode, for all I know. It's going to take a ton of resource gathering of a particular item, i.e. snow, but I think we're going to be ready at that point, to be honest. Because, I mean, you all basically get the vision at this point of what I'm doing. You don't need to see the rest of this to know that this is going to be the tree house. Quite literally. But, I'm pretty excited for next episode because, yeah, I think we're going to begin a project and it's going to involve a lot of this. A lot of this converted into a lot of that. Let me tell you. It's gonna be a lot. So I'm gonna need to go see if I can find some pumpkins. Because that's gonna be interesting. I'm gonna need several Frosties. But I think that's gonna do it for this episode. The thumbnail will probably be the entire complete construction of this tree farm, or maybe even the inside of the tree farm here. That'd be a cool shot. But that's gonna do it for this episode, ladies and gentlemen. I know I pretty much geeked out for like the last, 20 minutes-ish or so, but that's what happens here on Minecraft General's Mind. Thank you all for watching, everybody. Hope you all enjoyed. Feel free, of course, as always, to Hulk smash that like button. Comment in the comment section below if you're new. Do not forget to subscribe. Also, don't forget to check out my Patreon and support me down there. $1 or $5 goes a very long way to supporting the channel. And also, you'll get featured in the videos and whatnot. I'll definitely have a scrolling list. I'm going to be doing a credit scene at the end of all my videos now at this point forward. So there'll be a little credits at the end. So it's a way to get featured on the channel as well. Also, check out my Teespring for awesome hot merch. I'm going to definitely be having some merchandise at some point for you all, even further than what we have there already. Get yourself a May the Force Be Ever in your favorite shirt. Get yourself a Tree of Color shirt. Get yourself a big blue print and canvas. It's gonna be awesome. Thank you all for watching, everybody, and as always, may the Force be ever in your favor.